Hello snowboarders of the internet. I'm your host Avran LeFeber, and in this video we're going to be reviewing the new LibTech TRS. That's right, it's new because they added stuff to it. This board features Merben's C3 camber profile, which is a very small reverse camber between the feet. Then it kind of flattens out, then it kicks down and goes flat in the tip and the tail. Basically, it's their take on Camber 2.0. So what you're gonna get is the load and pop and drive of traditional camber underfoot. With that flat section in the tip and the tail, it's gonna change how this board engages edge to edge, as well as how it floats in powder. This board is available in 154, 157, 159, 162, 157 mid-wide, 159 mid-wide. I rode this board at Arapahoe Basin on a day that started out sunny and warm and suddenly went cloudy and cold with low to high winds, chop, chunder, snow falling, ice, frozen groomers, soft groomers, a little bit of slush at the bottom of the mountain, and I rode it with my Rome Black Label bindings and my K2 Thraxis boots. This board is on the stiffer side, that's for sure. What you do get though, outside the riser plates, is a key flex point in the tip and the tail, and then through the middle it actually stiffens up. There is a little bit more torsional flex to this board than there has been in the last few versions. You'll notice that right away. When it comes to stability, this board just plows through chop, chunder, ice. It remains smooth, it's damp, yet lively, which just basically means don't worry about anything in your path. You're just gonna crush it. Little micro vibrations gone before they hit those risers and the insert pack. You're not feeling that. Choppy, lumpy terrain, you're either plowing right through it or skipping right over it. The snap is there with this board, and you do have to load up the camber, and it's relatively easy to engage, but what you want to do is hit that flex point in the tail when you roll back. You want to be able to spring on it, because when you do, this board is gonna boost. This board wants to get in the air. It's very reactive, and that's part of the liveliness of it, so it wants to pop off everything in its path. When it comes to jumps, the bigger the feature, the better. Unfortunately, I was at A Basin and they had the most questionable jump that I've probably hit in years, and some Hollywood side hits. That's about it. That's what I had to use to gauge this board on how it would jump. But I know just how this thing was setting down. It wants to go to a bigger feature, and just the way it's built, it's just very reactive. It snaps aggressively off the lip. Like a small jump, you're taking it to the bottom, for sure. That's just it. Unless you know what you're doing. I kind of know what I'm doing. But yeah, that's what this board is. It wants to pop, it's aggressive, it's lively, it's going to boost off everything that you hit in the park or outside it. Surprisingly, for as stiff as this is, you can actually butter on it. You just want to make sure that you hit those flex points in the nose and the tail and really get your weight outside of it. Yes, it is going to fight you. I'm not saying it's not aggressive in that manner. It's going to fight you. But if you know what you're doing, you're going to be able to lock this into a press on the snow and not have to worry about it. Just give it a little bit more speed. When it comes to jibbing, it can jib, but it's more like a slope style board where you're going to use a lot of speed, a lot of muscle, and very basic tricks. So you want to make sure that you get your weight outside that riser pad that's there and push into the nose or push into the tail and feel it lock in, and it's going to fight you. And when you hit the end of the feature, there's going to be a lot of rebound. It's going to snap out. When you go sideways, it slightly cradles around the feature, but like I said, it's not a jib board. So, you know, you can really come down hard and not worry about it clapping out at all on you. Overall, like I said, little speed, little muscle, you're gonna be able to butter and jib with this thing just fine. If you don't know how to do that, well, you're probably going to die. With carving on this board, it stands out because it's one of those boards that if you want to be laid back, you can be laid back. But if you want to be aggressive, it's gonna let you be aggressive and do what you need to do. The magnet traction works. It gives you that added locked in feel. It's not an aggressive magnet traction, so you don't have to worry about just feeling like you're stuck into a carve. Now here's the thing. It's quick and nimble edge to edge, but it's got power. So if you throw your hip into one of those quick turn initiations, you're gonna feel that board G-force into that turn. And when you really drive your back knee into the center of the board and you're flexing that camber profile and driving it off the tail, you're gonna get a ton of power. It's one of those decks that it's quick edge to edge, but it's powerful. And when you're laying it over, you're leaving a trench in your wake, and you're gonna spring right out of that carve, transition over to the other side, and do the same thing. Basically, haul ass, you're leaving a trench. Little bit mild speed, you're still leaving a trench. The good thing is you don't have to bring your A game and be on top of it as much as you used to with this board, so you can be slightly laid back. Overall, it does a great job at short, tight, quick, snappy turns, medium mellow carves, and deep, hard Euro carves. Who's this board for? The all-mountain freestyle rider with the emphasis on freestyle of the larger variety. The bigger the feature, the better with this person. For years, I think they've kind of mismarketed this board, and it's kind of just fallen into these weird categories where it's all-mountain freeride, it's all-mountain freestyle. This is finally where it should be. It's all mountain freestyle with more emphasis on the freestyle. It's stiff and aggressive where it needs to be, but it's got play where you want it to be, so you don't have to be on top of it the whole time with your A game. You can be assertive, but when it's the end of the day and you're beat and you need to be laid back, you can be laid back. It's damp yet lively. It's got power. It's just a perfect blend of all the technologies that Mervin has going on put into a freestyle shell that can handle the whole mountain. Comparable boards: the Capita Super DOA, the Nitro Team Pro, the Rome Mod Stale. Binding recommendations: the Bent Metal Transfer, the Rome Cleaver, the Nitro Team Pro. This has been my review of the LibTech TRS. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you own one? Are you gonna buy one? Leave me a comment down below. Let's have a conversation about this snowboard. If you're new here, remember to subscribe, click the bell, get those notifications. That way you're not missing any of the videos we got coming out for all you snowboarders of the internet. And if you really like what we're doing over here and you want to support us further, swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP and become a member. Sure, I could tell you more here, but I got a video over there that explains it so much better. As always, I've been your host, Avran LeFeber, and I'll see you in another video.